Well, hello. Okay, I got notified that I'm live. In case I didn't know.
Yeah, in case you didn't know.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another week at Broussard Homestead. We've got Mind and Body Co. Jenny Pennington, Suburban Hillbilly, Our Life, Built on the Rock Homestead, All the Things Acres so far. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show.
I think I did it.
This week has been a little rough.
To say the least.
uh,
But we got our
hey, Frenchie,
windshield is fixed.
Judy, welcome. Yep, we got the windshield fixed yesterday.
Finally.
We got it changed. In case you didn't know the story, week or so,
2 weeks.
2 weeks ago, we caught a rock and caused a big crack in the windshield. And
all the way across.
We brought it last Wednesday to be replaced, and they called me shortly after we had left and said, "Hey, sorry, the wrong windshield came in." So luckily they checked that before pulling our old windshield out.
Yeah.
Otherwise we would have been without our car for a week. So they said, "Well, let's reschedule for next week." So we did, and that was yesterday, and we got it taken care of. So thankful.
I wasn't excited about paying for it, but you know.
No, but we only pay the deductible. So, and it's a newer car, so it had not only the windshield changed, but also the camera, the collision detection camera recalibrated. So that would have been a total of like $600, and we paid our deductible of $250. So that wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
Hey, Benz. No coffee tonight, and there's a good reason for that. When I drink coffee during the live streams, I get excited during the live streams also because I love talking to you guys, and it's the highlight of my week. So I have trouble sleeping usually,
and then so does everybody else.
So
he's not a quiet person to get up and move around in the house.
So this past week, since we saw you last, I worked 5 days. And most people, you say, "Oh, you work 5 days, no big deal." No, my shift is 24-hour shifts. So out of 6 days, from Thursday through Tuesday, I was only off Saturday. The rest of those days, 24 hours, I was at the firehouse. And the last 3 days, hey, Amy.
Hey.
The other Amy. So the last 3 days that I worked in a row, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we actually had 5 structure fires in those 3 days. So
you really worked. So, it wasn't a sit around the fire station.
I'm still working on rehydrating.
Yep. So he's not allowed coffee tonight. Mainly because I want to sleep.
Hello, Joe. If you're local to Southwest Louisiana, Joe has firewood for sale.
Joe, I need to talk to your sons. I have some hibiscus flowers. My plants are blooming like crazy, and I know there's one of them that wanted some. So
Florence.
I know.
Yeah.
They were talking about dehydrating the hibiscus and using it for mead. Was it?
Yeah.
To make the mead?
Mead flavoring, yes. That's right. So
if he wants to come get some
Sean in Alaska,
hibiscus flowers,
or Steve in Utah,
save the blooms and dry them for teas. Well, I knew that, but I didn't know if Lawrence wanted them for the mead. But if he wants them for mead, I'll trade him flowers for just like one little jar. Because that stuff, man, that kid can make some mead.
That's good stuff too.
God, it is amazing. Steve in Utah. Him and his pumpkin spice Pepto-Bismol he's been posting on Facebook. Pumpkin spice spam. He's trying to make me gag.
Well, hey, Nana Joyce. Welcome to the chat.
I've been sharing all of those pumpkin spice things with Abby because she's a pumpkin spice fanatic. And I don't know. I'm just not into the whole pumpkin spice thing. Cold weather to me means chili, gumbo.
Speaking of cold weather, not cold, but we had our first real cool front.
It's Canadian's fault. He
Of
said
the
he was going
season.
to do it.
And so the weather got nice for a couple of days, and now it's starting to heat back up. It's still pretty comfortable early in the morning.
It's warmer during the middle of the day, but the humidity is much lower than it has been.
So how are your temperatures where you are?
Kelly
Hey,
just
Kelly,
got here and heard my favorite word, gumbo.
and
It's
Kiri's
not
up on the rock.
quite gumbo weather just yet. It's cooler, but it's not quite
I'm
that
looking
cool
forward
yet.
to those comfort foods of fall and winter.
Yep.
Abby made a
Chicken and dumplings.
chicken and dumplings. Thank you. My brain is still dehydrated. Abby made
Drink
chicken
some
and
more
dumplings
water.
tonight, and she, instead of store-bought chicken broth, she used some homemade bone broth that Amy made from bones of a smoked turkey, thanks to Joe, and it was delicious.
It was incredible.
Big dreams. Hey, Anne Marie.
I kind of got here on time. 52 and rain in Alaska. 52 is your high? Did someone say gumbo?
Hey,
Hello,
Reagan.
Reagan.
So those of you that know Sean at North Shore Preparedness, please continue to keep him in your prayers. He is still fighting his health issues. We love Sean, and we want him to have a quick road back to health.
Might have hit 56. Oh, that's incredible. Low 80s in Central California. I actually put on a zippered sweatshirt this morning. 63 degrees, warmed up into the 90s quickly. See, that's what it's been doing here. It was 65 Wednesday
Ish.
morning. No, our thermometer was reading 65.
Oh, okay.
And the humidity's been lower. Now it warms up to about 88. Today it hit 92.
That's why I was so uncomfortable out there.
Yeah. But and then it's kind of back and forth. So this is the time of the year where like everybody gets all the head colds and stuff because the weather is so crazy. 59.
I'm not sure.
Wow, Kelly.
Sean has some conditions with his legs. There's a lack of blood flow. Is that right?
I think I'm not sure.
Certain.
I'm not sure exactly of his diagnosis. I think he has a clot that they were working on. I know he was on some medication and he was awaiting some type of surgery in the event that the medication didn't work. If I'm accurate.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
He spent a day or so in the hospital. I just heard from him yesterday that he was back home though, and on the mend.
Yeah. So we're definitely keeping him in prayer because that's pretty scary, and he's by himself. So.
Well, in my opinion, when you've got medical issues, it's dangerous to live alone.
Mm-hmm.
I care.
Yeah. We were very fortunate though that a friend reached out and said, "Hey, this is what's going on. You know, can you contact his brother and let him know what's going on?"
And we were able to do that.
Yeah, we were able to relay messages and get some updates. So being able to communicate and put those connections together, man, it felt good to be able to help.
Right, from so far away.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. That's the thing that I love about you doing YouTube is the connections that we make with awesome people. And how else would I have gotten to know someone in Canada?
Right.
You know, we know people from Australia, people from all over the United States, and you know, all the way in Alaska
and Utah. You know, I had to throw that in there.
So
That dude in Utah, though, he's
found-
weird. He drinks pumpkin spice Pepto-Bismol.
we found Southern Boy Prepper and Kelly through Sean.
Yeah, 45 minutes away.
Through North Shore Preparedness's live chats, and they actually live nearby, and we're able to visit often. So not as often as I'd like to, but you know, adulting is hard.
Well, Reagan, if you're home tomorrow evening by chance, you know, you don't have to go do that work thing. We will be grilling, and we're going to be playing around and doing some fire starting practice. So,
AAP's Variety Channel, hello and welcome to the chat. Anne Marie has been with us for a long time at Big Dreams Tiny Budget. Let's see who else we got here.
Anne Marie, we met.
Curie at Built on the Rock is not too far down the road, but we have yet to meet in person.
I want to say we met in Arkansas.
Mind and Body Co. has been, he's all the way in California, but such a nice guy.
He has been like one of our first.
Nanny Joyce
our very early
is Miss Lippy's mom, right? Or Mr. Buddy's mom.
I'd be lying if I told you.
More awesome people. Whatever the case. All the Things Acres Dawn has been with us for quite some time.
Packing,
hey, Nunya.
I'm in California next week. Oh, to meet the new grandson. Awesome. I was about to say, wait, where are you packing and going off to?
Getting started on homesteading says I'm new to your channel. Hello. Bub, in all seriousness though, they just had the Kentucky picnic, which I would have loved to go to. I have yet to watch any videos that people have put out on that, but I'm sure it was a great time. Oh, 2 hours west of San Antonio. That's a little more than down the road. Yeah.
The cat.
What's she doing?
Throwing up on the floor.
Oh.
Get it quick. It's right in the crack. The seam.
Do you need me to get it?
No, she can do it. She wants to have a cat. She wants to bring that thing with her. Sean is going to be a grandpa, so he's going to meet his new grandson.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Reagan says he has
Joyce's buddy's mom.
Okay. See, I'd have been lying if I'd have told you.
I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember.
Reagan's going to be a little busy tomorrow. They've got him going to Rain and then to Beaumont.
Oh.
That's a bit of a trip.
Yeah. Oh, God. Let me see if I can do this.
What?
I got to send some things from my phone to my computer.
Oh, Lord.
So that I can share them.
One of these days, I'm gonna meet Built on the Rock. That's Curie.
Right.
But we need like a couple of days because I'm gonna pick her brain for all kinds of plant knowledge. By the way, it was I've got that what is it? It's a prickly pear cactus. It's rooted, but it doesn't look like it's doing anything.
And it may not look like it's doing much.
I know. I'm so afraid I'm going to kill it.
Okay. I've got some pictures from a couple of the structure fires that we
almost apologize about the vinegar smell.
That we've
like
you guys can't smell that. Come on now. That we fought this week. Now, that is not right. What am I trying to do here? I'm trying to do too much.
Share. Bear grows slowly. Okay, that makes sense. It looks fine, but it looks very similar to when I got it out of the box. You know, other than I did try to I dug around the bottom of it a little bit and tried to like wiggle it, not to pull it out, but just to make sure that it was rooting, and it is. So
All right, so this picture I snapped from
there's a place called Leaky, Texas.
Leaky.
That's funny.
That's weird.
That sounds funny.
All right, so if you don't know, my job, I'm a driver operator, so I drive the fire truck and I operate the fire truck. Who'd have thunk?
Wow.
So
that was an
most of
incredible
the
description.
Most of the time, I am not one to put gear on and actually go in and do
Okay.
the hard work. That's just the way it goes. This one, though, it was all hands on deck. I did have to go into that one. And me being older and bigger and not used to it anymore, it kicked my butt. But it doesn't look like much in this picture. But there was fire all in the attic, and like that front. Let's see.
Okay, Bob.
Hopefully,
Definitely pray.
hopefully you can see my pointer. But like this front part of the house here was like a cathedral ceiling. So there wasn't like a ceiling, attic, roof. It was just like there was drywall on the inside of this roof, that kind of deal. And that was all on fire up in there. So there was a second floor and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, that one was tough. That one was tough on me. And
hopefully everyone was okay. I don't think anyone was in the home.
I don't think anybody was inside that one.
I think that's
or any of them actually.
No, that's the one. They living in the camper. A lot of people are living in campers in their driveways because they're still doing construction from the storms 2 years ago.
Oh, here's where you would see my pointer. I was pointing the wrong thing. So this is where that cathedral ceiling is, right in here. Anyway, so then we got called to another. The next morning, before we changed shifts, the next morning we got called to another one where
oh, cool.
It's an abandoned property since the hurricane.
No, Joe said he's going to Leaky, Texas to print T-shirts in November. Can't wait for the total eclipse coming to your area too.
Oh wow,
that's pretty awesome.
So this is the ladder truck that I drive and operate, and
it's not on fire.
No, the ladder truck is not on fire. I took a picture through. That's how I saw the fire, because I was standing at the pump panel. This pump panel, actually, that's where I work. But see, you can see it's like a whole apartment. It's like one of the buildings of the complex, probably like eight apartments, I guess.
These are abandoned apartments.
These particular ones, this one right here is abandoned. So we set up the ladder truck and just started shooting it.
Spent all day canning stewed tomatoes. Oh, that sounds like work, but oh, it's so worth it. That is like the best tasting canned tomatoes is when they're home done. Buttons, dials, and switches. Yeah. I
captured this cool little video. I thought the way the fire was moving was pretty cool. I thought it was really interesting. Well, I was zoomed in. So that's one of the upper apartments.
You can hear the smoke detectors.
No, that's the SCBA pack.
Is it?
The breathing air, yeah. Anywho, that was
any idea
what highlights of my week.
Caused the fires?
No.
Well, in that particular one, there's been several fires in that area, and they think a lot of it is squatters, but some of it could be electrical issues.
Granny Karen's in Maryland tonight. How about
that? Yeah, these are abandoned buildings and stuff that have been damaged from the hurricanes, and I mean it could be any number of things.
Oh, and that first fire, the one that was the house was occupied, the one that looked like it was just all smoke. There was no flames in the picture. We were there for about 4 hours, and I had a moment, and the family was hanging out with the people across the street, and they had a golden retriever. And if you know, we had to put down our golden retriever last year, which was very tough for us because we had her for 11 years. And when I had a moment at the fire at the scene, that I wasn't too busy, I walked over and I asked, "Can I say hi to your dog?" Well, I didn't realize how emotional I would get. The lady's trying to thank me for the work we're doing on their house, and this big old fireman who's supposed to be a tough guy is bawling. I'm like, "Thank you for letting me say hi to your dog." It was a great moment, though. I really appreciate them letting me do that.
Big tough guy, huh?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Whoops.
Grammy Karen is in Maryland. Wow, that's a pretty hefty trip. Well, from here to Maryland would be even further. Yeah.
Homemade apple crisp with apples. Oh, that sounds delicious.
Can you ship those?
Now that I'm all teary-eyed. Oh.
I know, right?
Oh, hey, Mary Beth. Good to see you.
Homemade apple crisp. Hey, Abby, can you make homemade apple crisp?
If I knew what it was.
If I knew what it was, then sure. I'll have to get Michigan Daffodil to send you a recipe. She made it with her own apples, though. We'll have to cheat because our apple trees are kind of.
Oh, Grammy Karen, please pass along birthday wishes for Ray Ray. Does she still go by Ray Ray? I know she's a big girl now. Last time,
yeah, Abby's hiding out on the couch.
Last time we saw Ray, she was maybe 4, maybe. Back in 2019. So you can let me know how long ago that was. Or, I mean,
yeah.
Firefly Farm. Hi, Lori.
You said it was her birthday. How old was she?
I don't know, but I saw the post on Facebook.
Read the post?
I don't remember. I have dehydrated brain right now. Thank you very much.
55 and clear. Wow, that's amazing.
Hey, welcome to Silver. Thanks for being a member.
That's
Appreciate
awesome.
it.
Oh, Michigan Daffodil is going to send me a recipe. I like anything apple. I like apple cinnamon type.
We do have custom emojis attached to your membership. Feel free to use those.
That's awesome.
We stole Abby's word. Zoe has a friend boy now.
Oh man, that's cool.
Where our oldest daughter Cheyenne, where she works, is a little locally owned flower shop.
Raylan says she loves you.
Oh, love you too, Ray Ray. Gwen, how'd it go?
Anne Marie. Oh, I forgot about the emojis.
Yeah. We appreciate your thumbs up too. Thanks, Mary Beth. What was I saying? Oh, Cheyenne, our oldest daughter, works at a locally owned flower shop, a nice little place. And they recently started they added coffee and lunches. They're getting fresh lunches from another locally owned bakery. And what else did we get today?
Cookies and chips and
it was so good.
Crackers and
so good.
We got a fruit tray.
So that place
what do you call those things?
It's Grandma's Garden in Iowa, Louisiana. If you're local, consider.
Wait, I can't say that.
Wait, I wasn't paying attention.
It's the little lunch with the cheeses and the pepperonis and what?
Oh, Abby, what's that? What's the word that sounds like charcuterie? How do you say it? Charcuterie. It's like a charcuterie board. It's like an adult Lunchable, yes.
Yes. It was fantastic though. I had a chicken salad sandwich, and oh man, that was probably the best chicken salad I've ever eaten. It was really good.
Yeah. Parents had dozens of trees removed and piled in an open field. They offered the fire department for controlled burn practice, but they weren't interested. Well, there's only so much you can learn from burning a pile of
Yeah.
trees. I mean, as a service, that would that would be good, but for training purposes, I could see where they wouldn't be interested. So
Yeah, Kelly, the grandma's garden has its lunches from Red Cardinal. Does Red Cardinal?
Red Cardinal Desserts.
Is it desserts?
Yeah, Red Cardinal Desserts is in Welsh.
Yeah, they're on Main Street in Welsh. Oh, that woman can bake.
Her stuff is a little pricey, but it's fair. It's fair prices.
Yeah, but it's so good. The fruit and stuff was so fresh.
I'm sure she uses organic fruits and vegetables. I would think because everything it tasted like homegrown. It was just full of flavor.
Yeah, wherever she's getting her supplies is definitely
no cheesecake.
She does cheesecakes.
Oh, that sounds good though.
Red Cardinal does adult lunches. They do adult Lunchables. She'll do the salads.
Oh, you had chicken salad today. That was amazing.
I said that already. You so weren't listening.
The chicken salad was amazing. See, we need to say it again and again. It was that good. I did that on purpose.
But she does salads with fruit and all kinds of stuff in it. And then y'all, this woman makes freaking cupcakes. They're not your regular cupcakes. They are freaking amazing. Adult Lunchables, yeah. It's she had crackers and like pepperoni and little different types of cheese squares, and there was strawberries, there was blueberries. Sometimes she has blackberries. It depends on whether or not they're in season. Blueberries.
Chicken salad with apples in it sounds good. See, I like to dice my apples really small and put them in tuna salad. People think that's weird, but it's like a crisp sweetness, and it's just so good. Like I put raisins in my coleslaw for that sweetness. It's just.
I like raisins. I like a few raisins in coleslaw. Some people really overdo it.
It's for a more complex palate.
You who eats hot dogs for breakfast.
Sophisticated pal. I had corn dogs today. Thank you very much.
That's
because that's
just a battered hot dog.
That's normally because I get so hungry so fast. All of a sudden, I don't feel like putting out any effort, so I just grab what I see to eat.
Just like an adult child.
You ate a lunch? No, I ate a Lunchable. Never mind.
Yeah, you ate corn dogs, and then we went and ate lunch.
Yep. And I had a cup of coffee over there, too.
Yeah. I didn't have a cup
of coffee. I still have a piece of my cookie.
No, you don't.
Are you serious?
I hid it.
Did you hide it in your belly?
No. I hid it over there. Nice try. Well, tomorrow, if I get the motivation to get off my butt, I need to get the garden cleaned up and get some turnip seeds in the ground. I need to get some broccoli seeds going.
If you're not planning a fall garden, you might want to if you're capable, and if your climate allows that, because we're constantly on the verge of craziness in this world.
Well, I want to plant some turnips. I like having turnips over the fall. They're a really good potato substitute. And potatoes are going to be, I'm hearing about potato shortages. And they also said there's going to be a shortage of beer. which makes sense.
Good thing we know some
Corn and all that
cousins who make moonshine and mead.
No, but seriously,
And we
because
have lots of things to barter.
The ingredients are going to be short.
Well,
I heard the train strike is going to affect food and material prices again.
they say, I saw an article today, a headline that said that they had reached some sort of agreement. I don't know how true that is because tomorrow was supposed to be the deadline for the strike or proposed strike.
Rutabaga seeds sprouted. That was a lot to say.
That was hard to say. Yeah.
It was. What the heck is a rutabaga? I don't think I've ever eaten one.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the ones that look like big, dark-colored turnips in the store, and they're like waxed. I've never tried it. Beanie
yeah.
weenies. That sounds good too.
Fall garden is sprouting now. Kale, kohlrabi. That's another thing I haven't eaten.
I haven't tried that either.
Lettuce, radishes. Still waiting on spinach, peas, and beets.
D. Lewis, thank you for that. Strike on hold for another 30 days. Okay. So it's still potential.
Yeah. See, Michigan Daffodil got her fall garden in before I did. That's a shame.
People have been sharing things with me this
On
week.
my part.
And unfortunately, I've been so busy that I haven't really been able to put things together to share with you guys for this stream.
I need to try those then, because I really like turnips. Kohlrabi is like cabbage, right? See, I've never eaten that either.
I think it's a type of cabbage. I'm not
certain.
So.
See, that's not stuff that people around here grow very often.
No, and there might be a reason. It may not grow well here. I don't know.
I don't know.
Some of the cold weather crops and
like spinach doesn't grow well here.
Yeah, spinach. We have not had good luck with spinach. Now, Malabar spinach, on the other hand,
yeah, that stuff is crazy.
Are
good in
pasties. I don't know what that is either. Michigan Daffodil is going to school us before this stream is over.
Northern foods. I'm so confused. I need to get 2 sheets of plywood and finish my building floor. Oh. Well, the good thing is,
I'm told that
building
the price
materials
of lumber is coming down.
Well, we built the dog bed for what, like $40?
$30-$40.
Yeah, it was. I was really impressed. I expected it to be like $100.
Back in the day, it wouldn't cost near that much because
I know.
8-foot 2x4s used to be $2.
Yeah. I think it's stuff planted much shorter fall for me. Yeah, well, you have like
hello, Miss
ton
Jeanette.
of snow and stuff coming. Oh, we'll be lucky if we even get like ice.
Shit. Don't call it lucky if we get ice. Oh,
that's not what I meant, but you know, I mean, we won't have like the feet of snow that they do.
Nanny George says potatoes are in short supply, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And sky high. Bought some today. Gold ones are $6 for 5 pounds.
Wow.
Yikes. Running with scissors. I love the name. Welcome to the chat.
Wow, that's prices dropped on materials, but now the issue is finding them. I can't get
We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers. We're at let's see. This says we're at 4,892. So we need about 108 more to get to our goal, and then we're going to be doing our big giveaway. So we've got lots of stuff to give away.
Let me know what you need, Anne-Marie, because there's a lot of supplies here. There's a lot of building and construction supplies here since the hurricanes. So, I mean, I don't know if it's feasible, but if you could find it here, maybe even cheaper, it might be worth a trip to come get it. I don't know.
Yeah. Thank you, Graham and Karen. I appreciate it.
5-pound bags of russet potatoes are now 4-pound bags and they're $5. Isn't that weird?
They call that shrinkflation. Remember when
Yeah.
candy bars used to be massive, and they shrink over time.
Well, no, the massive ones
And
now
the
are
price
like
stays the same.
$6.
Yeah.
And they're the size of your face. Like, who needs a candy bar that big? I just want a candy bar, a regular size candy bar. Right now, I'm just looking on floor and attic insulation. Okay. Well, if it was a bunch of supplies that you needed and it was worth the trip, then, you know, I mean, we could find room for you. I'm just saying. I'd take her.
Just trying to sweeten the deal.
Just for a few days, you know. I don't even know what the price of potatoes is here. I haven't bought potatoes in so long.
No, we're more, see, here in Louisiana, we're more rice instead of potatoes in all of our dishes. So it's, I'm not going to say it's rare that we eat potatoes, but much less often than rice.
Well, not only that, but I have like, I don't know, 60-something jars, quart jars of canned potatoes.
Oh.
And then we have tons of potato flakes and dehydrated potatoes, and my mom and dad plant potatoes, so we don't normally buy store-bought potatoes.
She says that she comes with 2 wild puppies.
Yeah. I'll live with him.
Tip: put loose tea in a reusable Keurig cup and use the Keurig to make tea. Use it twice. Okay, so use the same tea.
Yeah, tea leaves.
Right. That's cool.
Huh. I don't have a Keurig. I got a regular, but you can use a regular coffee pot to make tea.
Yeah,
I do it all the time.
It'll taste like coffee.
No, your coffee will taste like tea. So they say, but I've done it before and you hadn't noticed.
Whatever.
But I do have an extra coffee pot.
You're making me drink coffee tea. Oh, that was bad.
Yeah, that was terrible.
That was terrible.
Howdy, y'all.
What's up, D?
That was good.
So other than me just being really overworked.
Oh, you worked in the field
At the firehouse.
today. You did some piddling.
Yeah, I didn't do a whole lot. I just don't have the stamina. I'm still trying to rebuild my stamina after all those fires.
Yeah, he had a rough week. And it's different when he's not home for several days at a time like that, because then I feel like I'm trying to get everything done all by myself, and I feel like I put myself on a deadline. So I stress over it. So I've been kind of exhausted too, trying to keep up with his stuff and Abby's.
Have you had a chance to do any homesteady share-worthy stuff while I was off? Or was it all just kind of
I fed the chickens.
doing the things that I wasn't here to do?
Pretty much. Sold some eggs. I'm trying to think.
You had a good visit with Miss Wanda.
I did. Miss Wanda came with me, and Miss Wanda bartered.
Not Miss Wanda from Deep South, although that would be cool too.
My friend Miss Wanda, we bartered. She does a lot of peppers and things. She does a lot of selling at the farmers markets locally. And I was overrun with peppers and didn't have enough time to deal with them. So she came and got 2 grocery bags full, like stuffed full of cayenne and jalapeno peppers. And she brought me some quart jars and some jam and some syrup. She brought me Mayhaw syrup. And
Mayhaw syrup?
Yes. Incredible.
You must have hid that with my cookie.
I did hide that, and I hid the Christmas jam that she sent me to.
So what did you get in return? Did you mention the jars?
Yeah.
Okay.
The jars and the jam.
I was focused
and the syrup.
on the syrup.
So yeah, I was excited. She was excited, and she has really made a bunch of stuff with those cayenne peppers, and she did some pickled jalapenos, and I think it's great because it helps her. She's on a fixed income, So all of her sales and stuff at the farmers market really helps to boost her her income.
Kelly
So
says their
I think it's awesome.
Tabasco peppers are producing.
Ours are too. Reagan's doing pretty good. I don't know if he's hot yet.
Oh, God. That again.
I'm waiting on a few of the peppers to turn red before I pull some of them. But I did find out you can pull them yellow.
Oh yeah.
And you can make
I've seen
like a
little
pepper sauce. It's a bottle, and you fill it with
Yeah.
peppers, and there's
Is
something.
it vinegar?
I think it's vinegar
I'm
that
not
goes
sure.
over it. So it's like a spicy sauce dressing kind of stuff. I don't remember what Wanda called it. I'll have to call her again. My grandparents used to do that all the time.
I remember
Yeah.
seeing that on lots of like the old Cajun people's tables.
Yep. I've seen it. I don't know that I've ever eaten it.
No, I've never tried it.
Isn't that weird?
I know.
Oh yeah, we have a percolator that I'm going to be using over the campfire.
I had every intention to get because the weather was really nice yesterday in the morning and in the evening, and I was looking forward to it because I got home. Hey, Perfect Book Club, welcome. I got home Wednesday morning off of that 3-day stint, and well, 5 out of 6 days that I was there. But anyway, my driving force was to
Pepper vinegar. Thank
yeah,
me.
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
That's it. So my driving force, what kept me going was the prospect of getting out when the weather was nice, and practicing some fire starting, practicing some water filtration, maybe cook over a fire, set up the tent, all kinds of good stuff. And I was just freaking exhausted. I couldn't do any of it.
Oh, Reagan said, yeah, now that my peppers are producing,
Mama Bear.
what do I do with them?
Mama Bear finally made it. She's been missing us for the past 3 or 4 or so weeks.
Anne Marie, you ought to look at like Walmart. Walmart has an off-brand Keurig type thing. It's a single cup coffee maker. The kids had bought one a few years back, and for them to use, so for their single cup coffee and whatever. And she bought a reusable filter thing for it, and it was $20 for the coffee pot.
I saw the reusable filters somewhere the other day. Albertsons, maybe. I know I saw them, but it's for the newer Keurig, the cylinder cups. Because what the kids had was the older style. It was like a fatter cup, so it was a little bit different. Heirloom permaculture. What's up, John? I'm still sipping on water, trying to rehydrate myself.
This Airbnb we are at has a French press, not bad coffee. French press has pretty good coffee if you know how to make it. If you just kind of make it blind and like not know what you're doing, then it tastes pretty gross. But when Kate comes over and shows you how to do it the right way, it tastes a whole lot better.
Hey, Broussard Homestead, welcome. Good to see you.
I was gone for a week. Extremely busy.
Oh yeah, 5 p.m. is kind of early, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
I have one of the Walmart coffee makers that works here. Yeah. French press is great when the power's out. Well, we have a gas stove, so that's not really a big deal. I just put the percolator going. I love percolator coffee.
Oh, I do too.
And it's even better over the campfire because I'm telling you, it gives you this like smoky coffee flavor.
Yeah. Well, what I really like. Wait, Aaron. Oh, never mind. Been out of touch. Any events this week?
Nope.
I've been out of touch as far as that goes too. I don't know what's going on. I know last weekend was the. Ooh, you good?
Yep, I'm good.
Last weekend was the picnic in Kentucky. No, what I really like about the percolator type coffee maker is you can brew it for longer and make it stronger. I like strong coffee. Yeah, we have a drip pot too for our just typical. I mean, it's just out of frame right there, but yeah, just for everyday use. Stay out of touch. I wish I could have
Abby
gone.
now knows how to turn the on, girl.
Cool. I wish we could have gone to the Kentucky picnic. I was looking forward to that since the spring, and it wasn't in the cards for us. Sure. Abby made some homemade muffins. They're blueberry and chocolate chip, right? From scratch.
Calling them chocolate covered blueberry.
Chocolate covered blueberry. Oh, and Anne Marie was there too. No, I'm really bummed. Can I get a napkin, please? So we're never heard of that one, chocolate covered blueberry muffin. Well, that's just something you threw together, right, Ed? Yeah. Anne Marie says, Abby made cookies. That's it. I'm putting the dogs in the car and heading your way.
Muffins, but sure.
It's muffins, but yeah, sure, come on. Well, look at Amy in the chat. You're right, Anne Marie. Editing is a pain in the butt. Sorry, making you hungry. I'm like such a critic of myself and of such a perfectionist. Most times it takes me longer to edit a video than it takes to shoot it. So that's a big reason why we haven't been doing videos and just sticking to live streams lately. In fact, this afternoon I considered, since we didn't get to do the fire starting stuff the other day that I just talked about, I considered doing that live this evening, and then I was like, wait. So I looked it up, and the sunset was at 7:15, and it's now 7:51 here. So that wouldn't have worked out. One day we might do that, though. I would love to do that, like practicing fire starting, or water filtration, or different whatever. We'll just live and just chat with you guys while I'm doing it. That'd be great. Barbecue beef ribs from out west. I'm sure that's amazing. I'd love to get better editing software, but I'm afraid that I would take even longer on editing my stuff, because I'd be trying to add in all of my options, playing with everything. What I use now, I've got a MacBook, and I use the iMovie software that came with it. And there's quite a few options with that. Lots of different stuff that I can do with it, and I like it. it's a free software that came with the computer, so can't beat that. The learning curve, I'm sure, yeah. Oh, no, I did. I did start another prepping channel, but it was too much to try to keep up with both. So the risky topics or risque topics that we were covering on the other channel, we just started covering those here and said, whatever will be, will be. So far, I guess we've flown under the radar and haven't been dinged at all. So that's a good thing. Who redacted? Who is that handsome man? What's wrong with your eyesight? Go see a doctor now. KP Heathen, what's up? Do you still do Rumble? I haven't updated my Rumble lately, but we do still have the channel. I've been like putting a lot of our videos over onto that channel too. It's just I haven't made any videos dedicated to Rumble, but anything that's on our Rumble channel has been on YouTube already. So not single. My wife sits right here and she will be right back. So somebody's telling somebody's flirting with me in the chat. You better watch out.
I'm not scared.
It's over training.
I had to go blow my nose. I sneezed outside in the dark. Go figure. I made my nose run.
Add tacos to the menu.
They're all talking about coming over here and bringing stuff.
Okay. Let's do a Kentucky style picnic. Let's make it happen.
So Anne Marie is bringing 2 dogs.
Not to eat.
No.
Not to eat.
I don't remember what she was saying. Oh, she's coming because Abby's cooking. That's what it was. Because Abby was making cookies. And Mama Bear said she was bringing ribs. And now Pepper Book Club says he's adding tacos. So this is going to be an interesting combination of food, but I'll eat.
Pepper Book Club is a sheep.
We're going to make a Broussard meetup.
You got redacted, fool. Oh, that's great.
Big Dream said I'm coming for the food.
No wonton peaches. Hey, Barb.
Oh, man.
Barb wants to know when. That would be fun. Man, if we could make it something, you know, Lippy's coming. Lippy's already coming.
The end of October.
Beginning of November, I think. End of October. We'll find out when Lippy's coming. Let's see if anybody else wants to come join us.
Has anyone foraged goldenrod and used it? How do you prep? How did you prep it and use it? We have goldenrod everywhere.
As far as someone who has used it, look for Stringfield Ridge Farm on YouTube. They're very knowledgeable about foraging, and we've met them. They're awesome people.
Yeah.
In fact, they're the ones that held the Kentucky picnic.
Yeah.
They put Teresa and Lee.
Will you guys be doing the Bayou Bash again?
Probably not.
If we do a
as
Bayou
we know.
Bash again, it will be much different than when we did it before. We want to do more of a style like the picnic in Kentucky. So it would have to be in the fall.
Wait, what did I say? I can't remember. Isn't that an Austin Powers movie?
I don't know. I don't listen to you half the time.
I don't know what you're referring to. I forgot that fact. Hope you guys enjoy my newest generosity. Just picked wholesale Baker Creek seed catalog. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, wow.
I appreciate it. That'd
Henry,
be
you don't
fun.
have to do that. Oh, Miss Lippy is a riot. And in person, it's even better.
Oh
It like the fun never stops with that woman.
Miss Lippy was our very first fan.
Ignore me, it's for the best.
We met Miss Lippy for the first time in 2019 at the Deep South Homestead meetup. Then we met her again in Arkansas at the Shindig the same year. At which time she said they didn't have a channel yet. And Lippy says,
I can't do YouTube videos.
I can't talk for that long.
No, she said, I don't have anything to talk about for that long. I filmed that one.
So we were sitting outside.
Like a few minutes later, 11 minutes solid. She never stopped.
And Amy just held her phone down, like this, just videoing Lippy.
Because she was giving, because she started talking like a few minutes after that. She started talking and giving this other woman advice on gardening and stuff. So I just started filming her. And 11 minutes went by. I don't think the woman even caught a breath.
Well, just to prove to her that she was YouTube worthy. And now we're at the point, they start. I don't even know when they started their channel. I think
after that.
Shortly after the Shindig, almost probably immediately after the Shindig, because by the time we had the Bayou Bash in June of the same year, she had a channel.
Yeah.
And that was 2019, and now
Lippy was
she's
at the
got
Shindig
more
and
subscribers
didn't
than we
introduce
do.
herself. I'm crushed. Lippy was at the Shindig 2019, and but she wasn't known as Lippy then.
She was just Denise Nash.
Yep.
That was her name on
They
YouTube.
were just starting out with Gemini Homestead.
That's right. They did all the licensing and everything because they were doing things out of their house.
Right.
So she was going through all the red tape stuff.
Yep. If you don't have nothing to talk about, the girl always talk. Yeah.
You miss Lippy before you ever see her.
Yep.
This is true.
Yeah. And that's what I told her. I said, just sitting there talking with her within that few days that we were visiting and stuff, I learned so much from that woman in just a couple of days. And that's what I was trying to tell her. There's so many things that you could teach people about on YouTube.
She's extremely knowledgeable.
Mm-hmm. I still there's every once in a while I'll message Lippy and say, hey, I'm doing this, or I'm trying to do this. What am I really supposed to be doing? It was 2019. I don't know. Was that the second Shindig? No, that's the first one they did, I believe.
Yeah, that's the first one. We saw you there, John, I believe. Yeah, that's when we met. And then everybody was planning events for 2020 when they all got shut down.
Yep. Yeah, they didn't have the.
We were planning on being at the second Shindig in 2020.
Yep.
And we had to get a refund. They had to shut all that down. Because, yeah. Anyway.
Yep. I remember it was the first one because Ben and Andrea were running all over the place, trying to figure out what to do and what needed to be done in what order, and
Oh yeah, the Stivers and Grammy Karen had the harvest celebration in 2019. We didn't get to go to that one either.
Yes, I know. The last 3 or 4 years are a blur.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if we do, it won't be a Bayou Bash, not like we did before.
No, it's not going to be so much
more,
of a formal setting with, the
vendors
like and things.
Probably like the Kentucky picnic.
Yeah.
I haven't been to the Kentucky picnic, but what I imagine it to be like and what I've seen it to be like in videos, that's more I think what we would be going for is just like a more casual
outdoor.
Yeah, kind of deal. Because we were really the one we had planned a big deal for 2020. We're in the middle of planning it when things got shut
We
down.
planned it and paid it.
Yeah,
we
we
had
had
it
put our
paid for.
deposit down and everything. We were starting to line up vendors, and we had the entire Coliseum that we were filling up with vendors, and we were talking to people about classes and all kinds of stuff, and it got shut down, and it really put a bad taste in my mouth, I guess.
They canceled all the meetups because I moved out here.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
still owe me that for drinking pickle juice, John. Thank you very much. Thank you for reminding me.
Dawn says I have that.
That's right.
Yeah, pickle juice and all.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's what Amy told me today. She said that would what would dehydrate would rehydrate
I said, are you still dehydrated? And he
Eat a
said,
pickle.
yeah, I said, go eat a pickle. And
Now,
the face that he
There's
made
one
was
place.
priceless.
There's one place. I've gotten to the point that I don't take the sliced pickles off of hamburgers anymore. If they're on there, they're on there. I'll eat them. I don't normally choose to put them on, but if they come with it, I'll eat them. Because it's just this much pickle and this much burger, So, and there's one place that we go to eat at McAllister's. I don't know if that's a all-around thing, but they make some really good sandwiches, and it comes with a pickle spear. And for whatever reason, the sandwich I get tastes good with a little bite of pickle to go with it.
Sonic has a dill pickle slush.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
You need to leave.
Yeah.
A dill pickle slush. Ugh.
Personally, like the smaller, more relaxed meetups. And I think I would too. The Bayou Bash was fun, but
We ran
Oh,
like
my-
crazy. We didn't get
yeah.
to visit.
I didn't get to visit near as much as I wanted to because I was running in 20 million directions, just trying to take care of vendors and take care of, all the speakers that were going on and keeping information up to date and, communicating from one to the other and across the building. And yeah.
Yeah, Dee, that was, I laughed at that. That was incredible.
Yeah.
Ron DeSantis took 2 buses of immigrants and sent them to Martha's Vineyard.
He flew them there.
Oh, that's right. They've arrived in Florida on buses, and he flew them to Martha's Vineyard and put them near the vice president's residence. That was great. Yeah, the Texas governor has been pretty savage too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's sending buses like
You good?
Abby.
Check on her.
You all right?
Yeah, I just don't have very good shelf up here.
Okay.
Okay.
As long as you're good.
Abby's in the shower, and I thought
Shelf.
I was-
The shelf didn't make it.
I was scared that she fell.
No, I didn't
You
think
know?
she fell because that would have been a louder boom. I heard bottles falling.
Okay. Arizona, I believe, is doing some pretty savage stuff as well. They're the ones finishing the border wall, right? Is it Arizona?
I think so.
I think it is.
A portion of it, anyway.
Oh, I saw today that Delaware. Is it
What
Delaware?
did Delaware?
What did Delaware? Man, see, this is why I need to save stuff.
Yeah, Arizona is finishing the border wall. What
There
about-
was a something about a mail-in.
according to Facebook fact checkers, the border wall doesn't exist.
Oh, Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy, was his phone was taken from him by the FBI. That was
They
a
met
thing.
him at a Hardee's,
Yeah.
like surrounded him like
In
he
a
was
drive-through, I
criminal.
believe. Oh, here's the thing about Delaware. A Delaware judge ruled Wednesday that a new vote by mail law enacted earlier this year is unconstitutional, and that voting by mail cannot be used in the November election. So that's a win. Yeah, that's the thing I was thinking about.
They took down my video of the wall that I took from the train. Really?
What? These okay. That's why we have.
But you can get your new jabs as of this week. They have a new one out that covers the newer Omicron variant. There is no newer variant. You're kind of late, but why would I want that anyway?
I haven't even been keeping up with that stuff anymore. I'm so over that. But
I just happened to see it because it was on a Pfizer commercial.
These big tech companies, Google, who owns YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, that's all owned by Meta now, and Twitter for sure.
And I heard it has some kind of blue.
Hey, Christy.
Blue crap in it. What?
I
See, that I don't know.
But these big tech media companies, I believe at some point they're going to meet their maker, and so that's why we have many of our videos on Rumble. Rumble is a free speech platform, so if you haven't found us on Rumble yet and you have a Rumble account, please follow us there. That way, if we ever get disconnected from this platform.
I overpaid for that pillow. It was awful. Threw it in the corner for a dog bed, and they wouldn't even lay on it.
I had one, and I didn't care for it as much as I hoped I would. One of the pillows.
Nanny Joyce said Texas governor sent 2 buses to Kamala Harris's house this morning. That was actually Florida's governor, Ron DeSantis. But Texas has been sending buses pretty regularly
to New York
to
City,
New York
Washington,
and Washington, D.C.
Yep.
And I think it's funny because those are both places that are sanctuary cities, you know. So yeah. There's a site under construction making batteries for EVs in Vidalia.
Vidalia, Louisiana? Really?
I've heard that the lithium mines are just horrible.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm good. I would promote doing things that are good for the environment.
Yeah.
We practice living good for the environment. But you have to make it practical. You have to make it work. It needs to be really about the environment and not about making a buck.
Oh, DeSantis sent to Martha's Vineyard. The other 2 were different.
Wait, so...
Yep.
So Martha's Vineyard is not where the VP lives.
No.
That's 2 different occurrences?
Yeah.
Oh, I had put them together.
I put them together too. Wow. I agree, but it has to be on an individual level. Wait. Too bad he didn't send them each a pillow so they could nap when they arrived. That's funny. Well, I know DeSantis put some on planes and flew them to Martha's Vineyard.
I mean, they need these people.
Martha's Vineyard is an island. You can't. I don't think you can get there by bus.
These people.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. These people who they're just so disconnected from reality. They need to see what's really going on, you know, and don't put a border wall, don't put a fence at the border, but I'm going to have one around my house. Well, okay, asshole. You know,
all right,
the rest of us just got to deal with it. Come on. Freesteading. Pinball and Danny and Wanda are building it? Huh. I'm so out of the loop. I didn't even know they were that Pinball and Danny and Wanda were working together. That's news to me. I love it.
Yeah, DeSantis sent his on planes to Martha's Vineyard. Abbott sent his on buses to the VP's house.
Okay.
So
I
separate
had,
occurrences.
yeah, okay. So I had some wires crossed there. That's cool. Who is Pinball? Okay, so Pinball they're talking about is Pinball Preparedness from YouTube.
I'm way out of the loop with Pinball. If you've ever watched Sean at North Shore Preparedness, you know who Pinball is. That's how I found out about Pinball, because Sean from North Shore Preparedness is a moderator for Pinball. When I'm talking moderator, there is some people in those chat rooms.
Yeah.
It's hard to get a word in. I usually say, "Hey, Sean."
A zombie
And
prepper was at the Kentucky meetup. How about that? See, I think a lot. See, there's a whole lot of overlap. I've been saying it since we started.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of overlap between prepping and homesteading. Are we back?
Did we go anywhere? Or are we just sitting here looking?
I don't know.
Oh, frozen. Okay, so the chat is catching up. Give it a minute.
Okay. So I think we're back. I think our signal dumped there for a minute. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
We're back. All right.
Well, now the chat's moving.
Okay.
You're de-thawed.
So what I was saying was there's a homesteader community and a prepper community on YouTube. It makes sense for everybody to just be one big community.
Yeah.
Because there's so much, we all have so much in common. We see what's coming. We all have our
we're all
methods
watching the news
of preparing for it, because really
homesteaders are preppers.
Homesteading is preparedness.
But it's instead of going to the store and buying a bunch of stuff, we're trying to produce a bunch of veggies.
Well,
but there's a lot of us that still do a mix of both.
I think it's wise to do both, a mix. Just
well, yeah, because I can't make flour. I mean, I can make flour, but I can't make the wheat berries.
When you go to the store and you buy stuff and you stock it away, that's great, but it's finite. There's an end to that. You need to add a way to produce things to continue.
Homesteaders are the original preppers. Well, homesteading is sustainable prepping.
Okay, Daffodil, what's that link for?
Don't click it because you're going to lose connection.
Yeah, no.
You can click it after the stream because the chat stays up for a while.
Is that Pinball maybe?
If I click on it, Lori's going to get really mad at me because I'm going to miss it.
Link for Pinball. Yeah, okay. So Pinball Preparedness, Michigan Daffodil just shared the link. Why no prepping in District of Virginia? Why a different name? I'm not sure what you mean. I'm not sure what you're asking, Jeanette. If you could clarify, I'd be happy to answer it for you to the best of my ability. 65 years old and been living this way
before it was named.
Yep.
And see, there's a lot of people in this area. D, you're probably one of them. You know, in the Louisiana, Texas area, I know in the South for sure. A lot of people don't call it homesteading. It's just life. This is how we've lived for years and years and years.
Grammy Karen, we mentioned that before you got here. Sean isn't doing too great health wise. Mm-hmm. He's got some blood clots or something. He's got some restricted blood flow to his legs.
Yeah.
And he spent a couple of days in the hospital just recently. He messaged me yesterday saying that he was home. So hopefully he's on the mend. We're praying. Mike's Carhole, hello and welcome.
Yeah, Suburban Hillbilly says, I grew up in the country. It's just how we lived. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of what we're doing here, but we're kind of targeting what we're doing to make lessen our carbon footprint a little more than the modern homesteader, I guess. We're not trying to use all the heavy gadgets and electricity and things like that. We're just
we're kind of
producing as much of our own food as we can and putting it aside.
we're kind of
preserving it
in
some
the
kind of way.
middle, I guess, as far as um, we live in the country. We live the country life, but we're only a half hour from Walmart, half hour from town.
Right.
So we have conveniences, you know, it's not too far. I want to go. I gotta go play Roblox.
for the Raylan.
Oh, okay. Have a good night. Enjoy that time. They don't
Yeah.
stay a little long.
Thank you, Big Dreams, for that. North Shore Preparedness. That is an amazing YouTube channel. And he doesn't edit anything.
Super nice guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
incredible. Yeah. I'm glad he's doing better. He may be listening. I don't know. Sometimes he just likes to meander in the background. We live.
The poet's heck life. Hey, Miss Patty, the tinker's wife. Hello and welcome.
Hey, it's being prepared, but we live this lifestyle. It's a normal thing for us because everybody around here plans for hurricanes. We plan for the winter. We kind of stockpile a little bit in preparation for a snowmageddon
Well,
situation.
I grew up pretty, not necessarily poor, probably so, but
Yes.
like on the lower end
Yeah,
of
no,
that. We had nothing fancy.
very little.
We had gardens, we had animals, you know. And back then, we're living in the same place. I grew up like 200 feet that way. But it wasn't as convenient to travel that distance to town back then as it is today. We still have cars and stuff. I'm not saying I lived in friggin' horse-drawn buggy days, but it just, you know, I think people planned better to
Hey.
live on less money. That's one thing.
There was people running around with a goat cart though. It was a go kart, but they didn't have a motor on it, so they tied a goat to the front of it and had it pulling it down a dirt road. That was incredible.
Oh, Mike makes a good point. He says, I changed one of my views recently. You should have a bigger bookshelf than a TV. That makes sense. We have, they're not in the frame. I don't
Well, we
think.
have one in
Yeah,
here.
actually, you can kind of see them there. There's a bookshelf. That's our Foxfire series that one of our amazing viewers got for us. That would be Henry at Mind and Body Code.
We have to keep those handy because I flip through those every once in a while. But we have a bookshelf in the other room too.
Goshen Prepping is doing a meetup this coming Sunday.
Oh, I would love to go to that.
That's way out of
I know, but that's
Way far.
incredible. I would love to meet out of
my
Goshen.
captain, Mike, is going to Chicago for a training, a fire department training.
Why can't you get a training?
Oh, okay. Sean just texted me. He says, yes, I'm listening. My computer messed up over the weekend. Now have a laptop and no idea how to use it. Also resting. So that's from Sean at North Shore Preparedness.
Awesome. That's great
He's
news.
here. You can let him know in the chat that you're praying for him. How about that?
Yes.
Let's make him feel good. Give him some love.
I'll be praying for my new neighbor, Teresa. She needs God's protection. Oh, yikes. Oh, yeah, the Firefox books are fantastic. Foxfire.
Foxfire. Yeah.
Okay. I read it right, said it wrong. I just want those books on the top shelf.
All the love for Sean. I love it. You guys are awesome.
You shushed me.
So that Sean can feel the love.
Sean, you shushed me. Oh, I would love to go to that meetup.
That would be so cool.
You know how cool it would be to meet Michigan Daffodil in person?
And you know how nice it must be there this time of year?
Oh, what? Oh, I know how nice it is this time of year. I get a daily forecast almost from Michigan Daffodil, and I'm in
Man.
awe.
Too cool to be shushed. Oh, we froze again? Really? I'm not showing any signs on my end that we're frozen. Hopefully that's not the case. Not frozen. Okay, so it might be something on your end, Michigan Daffodil.
Maybe it's that snow falling.
Are they really?
No.
Oh, Miss Patty says I'm fine.
Oh, don't even start your mess. God.
Some of y'all missed it, or some of you missed it. Someone was here a little while ago in the chat. They got booted pretty quickly, talking about Brett's or didn't know my name. That's a handsome guy, and are you single, and all kinds of. That's you weren't sitting here at the
No,
time.
I went to go blow my nose.
And
I came back to all kinds of chaos.
oh, Sean says ask Amy to text me.
Okay. Because he probably forgot my number.
Yeah, they were trying to flirt with me, I guess. It was weird. They got redacted. Yeah.
The name was redacted. The name of the channel.
No, it wasn't. Was it?
Yes, it was.
That's way up there. I don't know if we can get to it. Was
Oh.
the name of the channel redacted?
Yes, it was.
Oh,
That was the joke.
that was the joke. I totally missed it. What a
Oh my-
buffoon.
I don't know where it's at. I'll have to just do it this way.
Calling it a night. Good night, D. I hope you rest well.
That was Sean that you told me to text, right?
Sean. Yes.
Okay. I was just making sure that I didn't just like send a random text to Sean when it was somebody else. Because it has happened.
I think I'm going to take a smoke break.
It's 8:30.
Do you want to end?
Like,
Oh, Simply Jan. Hello there.
and goodbye. Oh. Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of people leaving, I believe.
Did we stay on too long? Are you guys tired of us yet?
63 with 98% humidity.
Wow, that's a lot of humidity.
Wow.
Wow. Sound like Owen Wilson. Wow. Wow. Oh man. I think I got a thorn in my finger or something.
You deserve it.
It's pokey.
Y'all didn't stay on more.
Oh, I thought you were.
So-
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we were kind of thinking about it. We don't have to. Again, like I said, highlight of my week.
Well, you don't have to go to work in the morning, so
Right.
you can stay up late.
Right? So I can go have a cigarette, come back, and we can chat some more.
You'll
You
leave-
did it.
I know. But what do I talk about?
Talk about that
Mm.
plant.
What plant?
Oh.
It's a peace lily. It's not
Take it easy,
dead.
Joe. Have a good night. Whoa. My
Oh,
legs.
Sean was looking for my number and couldn't find it.
Oh.
So, cool. I take my smoke breaks while I'm on live chat.
Yeah. Well, we used to smoke in the house.
Talk
years
to your
ago.
people. What am I going to be doing tomorrow during the hottest part of the day? I'm taking all my recipes that I have handwritten and I am putting them onto Google Drive. That way I have them all organized and I'm going to save them onto a flash drive. But I'm also printing them out to put them in our homestead binder. because I have a section of the binder for like all of the recipes and stuff that we use pretty often. I've been making our own like Cajun seasonings, and it's not really to sell, it's just for our use. But I have a tiny smoke room in the place. Yeah. Well, we don't smoke in the house, so we smoke outside. And if it's raining, we just run all the way to the shed because we don't have a porch yet or a cover or anything. Have them laminated. Well, I put them in sleeves, in just the little plastic sleeves or whatever. That way I can put them front and back in the binder. But I'm trying to kind of organize those to like more of the ones we use more often. Homestead binder. Yes, I know that I should do a video on that. Brett is not supposed to be in the chat patronizing me. So y'all fuss at him. Smoke shit. Yeah. Well, I run out there. It's really not that far, but it is when it's raining really hard. I get soaking wet. And it kind of stinks when it's cold because there's really no getting away from the north wind here. So dew point is 61. Ooh, not here. I moved my thermometer thing over there, and now I can't see it. I don't know. It's probably in the 70s here. I would imagine. But our humidity today and like the hottest part of the day was, I think, 52%, which is literally unheard of. I usually lose signal if I go. Oh, yeah, don't go in the camper then. I'm not running anywhere when it's icy outside. Well, good tip though, Anne Marie, if it is icy, get you some sand. It makes a mess in the house, but I put it on our steps because we have wooden steps coming out of the back door. I put it all over the little porch and all down the steps. And it takes a little while longer for the rain to wash it off, but it will not freeze. So we didn't go slipping and sliding and stuff. Put a good rug in the house or take your shoes off at the door or whatever, because you're going to get sand everywhere. But it really worked, especially for the dog, because Angel had a really hard time getting up and down the steps anyway on a good day because, I mean, she was 11 years old. So I put sand on the steps, and that really helped her to get up and down. She was able to grip. Wow. Yeah, gravel won't freeze as bad as the dirt. I mean, unless it's wet. If it's standing water, it might still. I mean, I don't know. Our ground doesn't freeze here. So we don't really have a whole lot of issues with ice. 2020 was a weird year. We had that I call it snowmageddon because it was cold here for a week and a half, and we had I wouldn't even call it snow because it was snow, and then it kind of melted and then it froze, so it was more like a slushy madness is what it was. But it was slippery. It was horrible. We're used to getting like overnight ice, but as soon as the sun comes out, it's gone. So I can land on frozen gravel this winter. Oh man. Well, sand helps, so put sand in between your gravel and maybe it won't freeze. Like just where you're going to be walking, and I don't know. But salt didn't help on the porch. As soon as it rained a little bit, the salt was gone. So yes, Brett, I know the mosquitoes are bad. We need a skeeter year. Some days I wonder. Why? I did this to myself. I need some more water. Hurry up, Britt. A 4-inch thick ice rink all the way up the road. I don't think we've ever had 4 inches of ice here. Never say never though, because you know. Put a fan outside. Oh, you'd be surprised. We've actually had pretty decent winds, and the mosquitoes are still bad. So yeah. Some of it is because there's a giant 40-acre overgrown field to our north, and yeah. I'm saying overgrown, like the weeds are 6-7 feet tall. So. Yeah, the bugs are pretty terrible. Which those are mosquitoes, they're hummingbirds. During the summer, through the drought and stuff, we didn't have hardly any mosquitoes. It was great. It was too hot to really want to go outside, but it was good to not have the bugs. The minute we got that week's worth of rain, it was done. Well, I know it's trees in the field now. Salt melts ice, no grip. Sand and chicken grit gives traction. Oh, oyster shell, I bet would be, yeah, that would be a good solution too. And it might not stick to your freaking shoes so bad. Good idea. See, Michigan Daffodil would know a lot about ice and snow because she's way up there in the frigid north. That's a lot of ice. We get snow refreezing, then ice on top here. Ugh. New mosquito in California is the size of a small gnat. We have had those here, and I don't know what they call them, but they're tiny, so you can barely even see them. But they bite hard. It hurts.
There's different types of mosquitoes.
I don't know, but these are little boogers.
I was just thinking about. I wonder if chicken grit is the same thing everywhere. I don't know if oyster shell is just a coastal thing or if that's everywhere.
Paramedic hubby uses chicken grit, granite grit. Oyster shell, chicken grit is larger than sand, so would work really good.
Okay.
Yeah, those mosquitoes are, they're vicious.
No-see-ums, yeah, I've heard.
I had trouble sleeping last night because of all the mosquito bites on my legs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. On Survivor, there's a bug called a no-no. It's something they found. It was in the jungles and stuff, and it's basically a tiny flying bug, but you can't see them.
I see. Big Dream says they call them no-see-ums.
Yeah.
Oh, the love bugs are ridiculous right now. There's tons of them.
Poor Abby. She washed her windshield today because she said she was driving down the interstate. She was thinking it was rocks.
Well, when we left from getting your windshield fixed yesterday, we drove through a friggin' swarm of them, I swear.
Yep.
It's a brand new windshield, all full of bug guts.
Yeah, it is. Okay, chicken grit is oyster shell, crushed, crumbled.
The propane at Tractor Supply froze. Wow. The tank can freeze. The valve can freeze, yes.
The valve, yes. The propane itself, no. Because the guy that installed our tank said it's good in extreme heats and extreme colds. We'll never have issues with it. I didn't think about the valves. Is that going to be a problem?
Not for the temperatures that we get, no.
If we get another snowmageddon, I'm going to wrap that puppy.
It would have to be extremely cold.
Oh, Mama Bear lost internet for a minute.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that crazy? Internet went.
Oh, I don't know if you guys saw, but Alaska Prepper did a video just the other day. There was a German
legislator.
German legislator.
So you don't listen or pay attention.
Who, I was trying to think of the word, thank you very much, with my dehydrated brain.
Come on.
A German legislator who said September 24th, 2022 would be a day that people would remember where they were and what they were doing, like 9/11.
Similar to
9/11. So who knows what that means? But then again, like Alaska Prepper said too, just because they mention a date doesn't mean it will happen on that date. It could be that, you know, that date was leaked, so now they're going to change the date. Who knows? Just be prepared. Prepare the best that you can for whatever you think will will happen or could happen to you, and that's the best we can do. Abby, are you on the Wi-Fi? Thank you. Our signal is kind of up and down. It's weak, and then it's a good signal, and then it's weak.
The signal is weak?
What?
The signal is weak?
Yeah, it's weak right now. Don't remember yesterday.
Probably the trees.
It could be. I don't know. I don't know if it's a German thing, but I did see an article today that said something about the German economy is at risk of falling because of the limitations that Russia has set on them, or something or other. There's probably more to that story, but I soak in what I can of things, and sometimes details get lost in the shuffle because there's just so much to try to pay attention to. The good thing is we're coming into hunting season. The bad thing is if everybody decides to hunt and tries to do so without following the laws, then the game, the wild animals and stuff, they won't last long. There's probably not enough to go around. So that's something to consider as well. Especially like the people that stock up. I've always said this: be aware of the prepper who stocks up guns and ammo and nothing else, because he or she is more likely coming for your stuff when things go sideways. So the Russia economy is falling as well. I know. I think they're trying to hide it, but the Chinese economy isn't doing so hot. Some big things coming, I'm afraid. Not afraid. I suspect. I'd love to see some of our establishments get completely. Oh, Amy shared the link to the Alaska Prepper video. Cool, thank you. I'd like to see a lot of our not establishment. What am I trying to say? A lot of our groups, like the FBI, CIA, that kind of stuff, just be completely revamped. I think education needs to get away from the government. We need to find a better way to do that. We personally have found a better way to do that by schooling our children at home. That's a good start. if you're capable. China is having it double roof. Yeah, China, they kept shutting things down over COVID, and that hurts an economy. Look what it did to ours, and there was a lot of people that resisted the shutdowns, and it still hurt bad. I noticed, Amy and I were talking about that the other day. We noticed that our gas prices are coming down. There's several places under $3 now, quite a bit under $3 a gallon. Hey, Katie Homestead, what's up, Bill? But diesel prices are still up there. They're over $4. So we may see a little break at the pumps, but because the trucks that transfer all of our goods, the supply chain, they still have to pay these higher prices. The cost of food, groceries, goods are still going to be high, if not higher, because of the cost of diesel. If your kids have public school curriculum and teachers, it's full of propaganda, just missing the what, college students? Is that what you're saying? I know there's a lot of things that I have learned since I was in school from, now a lot of it's from YouTube. Things that just were never taught to me in school. Like, have you ever heard of, I'm going to have to look it up. You're going to have to give me a second. Black Tom, the Black Tom explosion. Have you ever heard of it? Black Tom explosion. I thought of it without looking it up. My brain worked for a second. Have you ever heard of the Black Tom explosion? The Black Tom explosion. Have you ever heard of that? Apparently, this was back in the early 1900s, and it was sorry, it was I believe it was a terrorist act that was carried out somewhere in between New York and New Jersey. Now you'll have to fact check all of this because, again, details escape me sometimes. And it actually damaged the Statue of Liberty, the torch, to the point that no visitors were able to go up into the torch anymore. And it was like a huge deal. But like at the time of like 9/11 and stuff, like there was no mention of it. Like they talked about 9/11 being the first terrorist act or the biggest or whatever
on American soil.
On American soil, but like it's almost like it's mostly erased from history. The Black Tom explosion or Black Tom event. I'm not sure which, but there's videos of it on YouTube now. Like people finding this information and posting it.
Michigan Daffodil said their gas is still $3.60 to $3.75.
My question is, why would the Black Tom explosion not be like an integral part of history that's taught? That doesn't make any sense.
Because they don't want to teach history.
They don't want to teach history without an agenda.
Mm-hmm. They're erasing history. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
That's the reason you can't go up in the torch. I didn't know it was still that way.
Yep. I guess. I mean, I haven't been, but
Spill that.
what, the Black Tom? Just how it sounds. Black Tom explosion. Everything we were taught about Native Americans in history was mostly lies. Really sad. I believe that. What was it? It was just last year or the year before that all those graves were found in Canada.
That was in churches.
Was it churches or schools?
I think it was schools belong to churches. You know, I'm not sure. Yeah, there was all kinds of crazy stuff. You see, the latest thing on the news is the sex trafficking stuff that they're going
There's a
through.
lot of people getting busted for human trafficking, and a lot of people getting busted for like abuse of office,
Well, that yeah, the
like on
office stuff
local
is
levels. it
locally.
seems.
No, but the biggest thing, I don't know if I follow a Florida news channel too on Facebook, but
I'm not surprised by that in California. Big dreams.
the human trafficking thing is it's Disney workers and teachers and educators. I
Yeah,
think they arrested 12 more Disney employees today.
yeah.
Today or
A
yesterday.
lot of that's coming out of Florida.
Yeah.
What that all the Disney stuff is, but
All right. The generation. Yes, I need to watch that. Michigan Daffodil sent me that.
the generation you grew up in 1970s.
Yeah, it's a video.
I was born in 75, so the main decade that was my influence was the 80s, and then very much so in the
It's
90s.
the title of the video.
Okay, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I wasn't around in
The
the
early-
70s.
The early 90s, early to mid 90s music was my jam. That's where I was.
Lord help though. I had a fully loaded persimmon tree going in 4 days. Oh,
On that note, let me see if I can pull this up without screwing up
Brett's a baby.
our stream here.
What are you doing?
I'm looking up something on my Facebook.
You're gonna break it.
I don't know how to use. Go there. Where's my photos?
Seems a lot of sex traffickers are arrested in election years. Well, yeah, but see, that's one thing Trump declared, I guess, was that he was going to put a stop to a lot of that. Really?
I'm about to show these people. Y'all ready for something?
Seriously?
Yep. I'm about to show this off.
That's not showing it off. You should be ashamed.
Okay, look. Show of hands. Who wants to see a picture of me when I was 19? My teenage dirtbag picture.
I bet you even North Shore gets in on that one.
Bring it.
Put 1960s and other generations here at the end of the above title. Yeah.
All right. All right. You asked for it. Let's do that one.
Sean says, I want to see that.
There you go. There it is. That's me at 19. You want to talk about a dirtbag? Useless guy right there. If I could go back and punch him in the face.
You're goofy. Awesome. He said. Oh, man.
That's me. Straight up loser.
Great hair for the 80s.
Well, that was 90, 94. 1994.
Look, yeah. That's her face. I would have never guessed that it was you. Exactly.
Yep, that's me.
And Bree said I burned all my teenage dirtbag pics.
Let's see. That's another one. That's me and a buddy of mine. That was after I cut my hair. Let's see what else we got here. I think that's all the ones from back then. Wait. There. Oh. That one. We were kind of drunk. The guy in the middle there is my buddy that passed away. That's John.
Oh gosh.
And then, oh, that was, yeah, see, drunk. Tried to pose for a picture and fell over the chair. Oh, you remember this one, Amy? Look, I'm going through pictures now. That's Abby pretending to put her older sister Cheyenne in the water, and I had Katie, our middle daughter, by her feet, by her ankles. So Abby had to do the same. Abby was a little bitty then, a little old thing.
Why are we doing this?
I don't know. That's fun. That's my graduation. Oh, that's me and T-Ball back when I was cute.
Is that a thing?
Anyway, good times.
Oh my goodness.
Heavy metal John Travolta. My goodness. All right.
Yeah,
So
we're gonna have
anyway, yeah, we're going on 2 hours here. So,
I'm from the bell bottoms era.
well, I'm from the Jinkos era. That was like when your pants legs went all the way down to the ground, like hid your shoes. You remember that when we met? When I had those
Kinda.
big old pant legs.
Thank you for the inspiration. Oh man.
Well, guys, another fun chat. Always, we enjoy these.
I'm getting tired.
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
So
Abby was a strong one.
yeah.
Yeah. Abby's always been pretty independent.
Next week we will be Thursday again.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Back when he was cute. He's changed a lot since then.
so if we get the opportunity, we'll put out a video this week. If not, we'll see you next week. And that'll be okay.
I'm hoping to get something put out, but
It'll be nice. I need to just take a lesson from Sean and not edit a damn thing and just put it out there.
yeah. Well, we need to do. I'd say a garden update, but it would be more like
Show
I'm gonna take all
Dead
this out.
cucumbers and-
I'm gonna take all this out and.
Alrighty, you guys. So until next week, good night. God bless.
Have a great week, guys. We'll see you next Thursday.